No. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I think we could do better. Sorry. I couldn't tell that the sun's shining through this window, which is wonderful, especially this time of year. Let me say I'm thankful for that as we're approaching the Thanksgiving holiday. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this tripod a little better here. All right. Anyway, I couldn't see where the heck this thing was looking because the sunbeam was coming through the window pretty hard. It's actually lightening up now. That's nice. So this is our friend Rock that we got from AZRE. He's going to be the face of the channel today as I'm still resting my eye. We do. Hey there, Allison with 1L. Opal Guy is here. Rufo, happy birthday. Jeff is here. Let's see. Chubby Hubby's here. I'm sure there's a few more that are lurking or will be lurking in and out. Welcome, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I need a live intro. Anyway, like I say, we are quickly approaching the Thanksgiving season, so I've got some rocks set aside here that I am thankful that I've been, had the privilege to find while I've hounded out here locally. Karen challenged us to the weird rocks, so I have 4 odd rocks that I mean, they're not necessarily the weirdest ones, but they were ones that, definitely made me lift an eyebrow. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 finished projects that I completed this week while I was resting my eye and not doing too much editing and replying to comments and things. I'm trying to take a little screen time break more than anything. So I didn't mind. It doesn't, my eye doesn't hurt or anything like that. It just kind of looks gnarly. So like I say, I've been trying to rest it from the screen time. And so I haven't had any issues getting other work done, that's for sure. And so we can take a quick look at some of that really quick. And when we get done here today, we're all going to shuffle over to Rufo's because it's his birthday today. And we're going to hang out with our friend on his birthday. He's got some cool stuff going on over there today. And we're going to talk about the robot and the robot competition. There is a link in the description in this video that will get you to... Okay, let me grab the paper really quick. And for those of you who don't know what the robot is, in case you're watching this, for the first time or anything, it says on the paper, if you wish to watch the live stream event, the link is on this web page. So you may have to click this web page. So this is literally what I put into the description of this video. You may have to click this and then find the YouTube link. Now, as this day actually approaches and happens, and this is Saturday, by the way, this will be 11/21/11. So the competition day, they leave town this day, the kids do, and this will be competition day. So on that day, there may be just a link straight to the YouTube channel that is available to share. I get a lot of notifications from the Montana Learning Center, which is directly in cahoots with this whole thing that happens with the robots. But the thing that gets tricky is because this is an educational link, because this is kids doing robot stuff, the link is kind of weird. It's kind of odd. And sometimes the comments are turned off and, weird things happen. So I am aware that when you click this, it takes you to 404 not found or whatever. That may update on the day that they do this. And also we may have just a direct shareable link to the kids' robots competition. It's just the qualifier. So it may be just a bit struggle bus for a lot of these teams in this first round of competition. This is kind of like your first, test run, and then you'll take what you learn from this test run and go work out some of the issues and all of that stuff, work on stuff, and then come back hopefully stronger in the next round of competition. So now that we have that talked about and taken care of, I just wanted to invite you guys, if you would like to check in and out throughout the day and watch the kids first round of Robot Alliance qualifier round, you are invited to do that. I've had this Dino Bone cab for a long time, and it's been sitting on my coffee table for a long time. Like, I'm willing to bet you it's been there for almost a year. And I've wanted really badly to get it into this pre-made necklace form. But you know how round cabs are. Round cabs are hard to begin with. And I freehanded this. I, drew a little circle on it. I cut out a little piece of paper that fit snug into this setting, and then put the paper on the back of the stone and drew a line, and then tried to cab up to the line. And I got it really dang round and so close to fitting in there. But I figured when I polished this that last little bit that wasn't fitting quite right would be probably just exactly enough for this to fit. And so I polished it, and it wasn't exactly enough. So I had to get the micrometer out, because I couldn't tell. Like, I'd pick it up every once in a while, and I'd fiddle with it, and it would just rock around in there. It wouldn't quite sink down in there like it needed to, but I couldn't quite figure out where in the heck it was too big. And so I got the micrometer out and measured, and it was like 9.98, 9.98, 9.98, 9.99, 9.98. It was literally that much that this needed. So I literally, instead of repolishing the whole thing, I just took the Dremel to the side of the cab and polished off that 0.01 of a friggin' millimeter or whatever it was, and lo and behold, it sat right down in there. So literally that 0.01 of a millimeter had held me up for almost a year. Oh, come on. I get to do things over here. I get to like it. I get to do the things. I'm missing a lot of the chat, but I am going to ring the bell. For Lava Bison. Thank you so very much. Awesome. Way to be. The next thing that I did that I did not struggle with nearly as long, but did in fact struggle with, was the Montana Sapphire inlay into the meteorite. I put the sapphires in, and I did the polish work on my lap, and the sapphires were just absolutely lackluster. They were kind of cloudy. They weren't at all very pretty. I was like, wow, that, I mean, it's nice. I love the way it turned out. I love the earthy simplicity of it. There's lots about it that I love, but it did not turn out like I'd planned in my head. And so Lava brought the diamond polishing paste for the Dremel, and I don't know what I took it up to, 100,000 or something ridiculous like that. Stupid, ridiculous, 50,000. And it's absolutely stunning. Thanks for popping in, Lava. Now get back to work. Tell all the guys I say hi. Hey there, Prairie. Welcome. Glad you could swing in. And this is still giving me a hard time. This is a really fun piece. Look, it's, you know, slightly translucent. And wow, the sun coming through there just really wonked things up. There we go. I was able to get in there and lay a bunch of opal pieces down into some of those little natural voids and holes in the petrified pine cone. Oh, the sunshine is not our friend right now. There we go. You'd think it would be. You'd think the opal would be loving the sun, but it's not helping. This is great the way that it's going. I'm loving the direction that this is going. Hey there, Brian. And welcome everybody. Happy Wednesday. But this wasn't quite flat. And I was a bit of a chicken, you know what, to get it flat all the way, because I was really afraid that I would just grind away all that opal work that I did. So the shine is not good because I was being a chicken, you know what, and the edges are still covered in epoxy or in UV resin and not polished at all. And I tried to blend that with the Dremel tool a little bit, and it did not work. So, I mean, trial and error. I learned what the Dremel's capable of correcting and what it is not. But yeah, I just ultimately, I really need to go back and polish this all the way down, take my time, and trust that, you know, it's not going to chew my opal away. Besides that, I got a little air bubble there I'd really like to get rid of. Trust that it's not going to chew my opal away, and that I'm going to love this a lot more if I do a really good job. So that's the plan and the mission on that. It does look cool, but it could be better. And then last but not least, I've talked before about how this wire wrapping technique that I did the tutorial on can be used not just in making rings, but you can use that style, you know, as a little facet for anything you want to make. And originally I'd made this into a necklace, and then I hated the way that it hung. And so instead I shortened it up and made it into a bracelet. So that's a little piece of Spencer opal. It does not have any color. Well, it has like a little orange pip in it, but that's really not, you know, color play. But you know, it's opal. It just doesn't have color play. There's a tiny little band of color play down in this like little bitty wannabe bar down here, but it's not enough that we should talk about it. It's only what I could see when I was looking really close and polishing and stuff. So, but it's a cute little piece, and it was all just a big experiment to see, you know, how to finish the ends and things to make a different style of piece of jewelry out of the same technique. So, you know, learning happening in real time. What next? We're going to hurry along, by the way, because, and by the way, I should have said something when Lava was here. I think they're doing a planned power outage today at 3 o'clock, which is really irritating because that's right when Rufo's thing is supposed to start. Unless he starts earlier because I finish earlier, because I might finish earlier, Rufo. In fact, I plan on finishing earlier. Cheers real quick. We're going to fly through this today. All right. I am going to show you guys just a couple of the weirdos. Let's start with this one. Oh, the sunlight coming through that window is super not helpful today. Let's start with this one. Hey there, Resort. Bear's here. Ah, the bear's here. So, this one is hard for me. This one is hard for me because I'm trying to rest my eye. Karen's like, tell me about your weirdos. I go get my weirdos off the windowsill, and I'm like, oh my God, I just want to look at this underneath the microscope. Like, come on, phone, you can definitely do a little better job zooming us in there. I'm positive of it. And all I freaking want to do is stick my stinking eye right into my microscope right now. And I know that I should not do that. I should give it a little rest. Try to take, like, this is obviously a lesson that I should practice what I preach and take time to take care of myself. I run pretty nonstop, don't really, take days off, and don't really, like, sometimes forget to take care of me. So this is obviously a good reminder to myself that it's time to slow down sometimes, I don't know what I did, Rufo. I just woke up and had a broken blood vessel in the corner of it. I wouldn't have even known that it was there, except that I looked in the mirror and was like, ah, that looks horrendous and gory. And so actually today it looks markedly better, which is great, because it's been kind of like not getting any worse and slowly getting better. Like, so today that it like really does look better today. It never has hurt or bothered me. But yeah, it's just kind of looked a little, kind of, no one wants to see that when they look at, and you look at somebody's eyes, their eyes and their mouth when you talk to people. And so it's like, yeah, I have no idea. Did I have an eyelash in my eye when I was sleeping? I'm going to tell you guys a little secret about me. I've been known to sleep with my eyes open just a bit. Not even joking. My friends and family have videotaped me doing it and showed me and been like, dude, look at you sleeping with your eyes open. Is that not creepy? And like, let's just pretend that this is eyes on like my eyeballs, and I'm sleeping and my eyeballs are open. My friends will get the camera and they'll shove the camera in my face, and then just to test to see if I can see anything when my eyes are open and I'm sleeping, they'll be like, hello, hello, threaten to poke me in the eyes and stuff. And then when I don't react at all, they think that's hilarious. Check it out one more time. Is anybody in there? Check and see. Taunt and tease, and then show me the video of how out I am with my eyes open later. I don't know. Did I have an eyelash or a crud or did I strain it? I have no idea. No, I really do, Rufo. And I don't do it often, but when I do it and I wake up, I know I did it. I'm like, oh my God, my eyes are so dry. Here's another real weird one. Again, the light isn't helping us out today. Is this fossil, or is this some kind of, stromata, or is this some kind of a mineraloid of... And you were out cold? Oh. It can totally happen, right? Like, so I don't know what I did. And again, it doesn't hurt or anything, but like, hey, let's just take care of myself a little bit better and take a little screen break. Is that what caused it? Was it, screen fatigue? I don't know. I don't think so, because it doesn't hurt, but again. And then I don't want to tell you guys how to live your lives or anything, but I'm going to show you a handful of rocks right after these weirdos that I'm thankful for being, like, I really do feel like I get a neat variety out here. They're not the biggest, they're not the best, but there's hidden little treasures out here, and I feel like I get such a wonderful variety from weirdos like this. I was trying to show there's a bunch of like teeny tiny druzy in this piece everywhere. I'm not seeing it showing up here, though. It's not capturing it. I wonder if maybe we do this again. Anyway, because I've got some rocks that, like I say, I'm really kind of thankful to have been able to find out here. Like, what is this? Is it an agate? Is it a jasper? Is it a fossil? Is it a... What is this? Is it a petwood? Like, it's got a little of everything. And I don't know what to make of it. Anyway, I heard this thing the other day when I'm trying to be, you know, look back this time of year, and it's a just agate. Like I say, I'm not necessarily even trying to. I'm aware of it, right? And this one's great. Like, what kind of caramely kind of weirdo is that? Like, what was nature doing that day? How did it decide that it was going to do that? That's too weird. Anyway, I heard this saying, like, ancient Indian proverb. And again, I'm not saying you guys should adopt this into your worlds or, you know, take this with anything more than a grain of salt, but it's been a like real reality check for me to like check myself before I wreck myself. When Karen had her live last week and she was like, breathe in and breathe out and breathe in, I was like, does she know? Does she know you know, crazy train, the crap I'm dealing with over here? Like, does she know about this rock ID going terribly wrong in my world? Like, how does she know that my mind is an absolute omelet right now? Like, does she know that my brain has been omeletized? Like, how does she know I need to de-scramble my brain? And so not only was that wonderful of Karen to, you know, take us through that little moment of relaxation, but like I say, I've heard this quote recently that has really reminded me to maybe check myself before I wreck myself. Like, get my attitude right, get my mind in the right place. You know, forget about crap that doesn't matter and focus on stuff that does. You know, happy birthday, Rufo, that kind of stuff. That's another just weirdo. And now I'm going to move into the thankful ones. The ones that I'm thankful for being able to find out here as I tell you guys this simple thing that I heard that has made me want to be in a great mood every day ever since I heard it. Like I say, it might not be as profound to you as it was to me. You might not be the one who needs to hear this right now, but I sure did. So, the saying goes that there's an ancient Indian proverb that says, when the snow falls, when the first snow falls, that is the mood, that is the mindset that you will rest with for the rest of the winter. And I was like, you know, maybe just in case it snows today, I'm going to try to stay positive minded. You know, maybe just in case it snows today, I'm going to be thankful today. You know, maybe just in case it snows today, I'm going to be thankful, I'm going to be cheerful, and I'm going to be, you know, all of those things that I want to be, you know, with myself with for the next several months. So I wanted to put that out there to you guys. Like I say, you know, you don't have to adopt that into your world, but maybe it'll just make you think twice about the attitude that you choose, because it is a choice. I mean, a lot of times there's a lot of crap that we can't choose and that is seriously stressful and stuff, but there is a lot that we can control, and when it comes to like, hey, we've got the opportunity to be here together today, I choose to do that. That makes me feel good. So I'm lucky enough to get an assortment of really wild banded shirts. Some really great ones, like these really great black and white patterns out here quite often. Pardon me, I had a cheers. And sometimes very colorful ones as well. Jaspers, we get some super amazing Jaspers out here from time to time. Right, Brian? For sure. Yeah, I'm gonna, maybe I'll choose to feel, proud and productive today instead of, trolling around on the internet or, just there's so many choices that, especially if you had to stop and like, if that were true, if when the first snow fell, that was the, emotional and mental status that you would, make that bed and sleep in for the next few months. I know it's not true, but if it were, like, damn, wouldn't you be a little bit more aware of how you chose to deal with things and react to things and feel about things in that particular moment? Like, I loved it. I thought it was a great little saying, and like I say, it's really caused me to kind of stop and check myself before I wreck myself. We get whatever these are. I don't know what this is, but we get weird things like this. Sometimes green and white, sometimes white and gray like this one, sometimes, but yeah, this, weird pattern is something I see here from time to time, and they tumble nice. They're great little rocks. They take a nice polish. I don't know what they are, but I love them. We get a lot of like stuff that almost looks like, not a lot of, no, let me rephrase that. Once in a while, you get real lucky and you get something. Hey there, Josh. You get something that looks a lot like an LSA or a North Dakota or a, prairie agate, for sure, prairie agate, right? Like, well, and the definition of, I literally found it on the prairie. Slightly agatized, almost jaspery, but into that, banded glory. Again, here's another one. It doesn't look like much, but man, you get that other side, and oh my God. You little stinker, you. Here's another one. This one's, got some gorgeous stuff happening. So there by no means am I finding the biggest things out here? Like, this is pretty large for our agate finds out here, but we do find them. Hey there, Patrick. And we find them agates and weird stuff with like the amazing little microbial friends inside, all agatized, fully agatized inside there. Like, stop it. Don't stop it. And these are so wonderful because it's in an like very agate-y material and almost translucent material. When you put these under the microscope, these things are just like, oh my gosh, little skeletal gems, I mean, and you can, because they're not lost in a heavy matrix, you can see like into them and through them and beyond them. And oh, these are some of my favorites. And they don't look like much. They look like kind of like milky agates or, like kind of trash agates, but they're definitely not trash. They're some of my favorites. Oh, let's bounce back to the jaspers and stuff real quick. I'm lucky enough and thankful to be able to find some really cool, like, brecciated jaspers. And sometimes in the brecciations, I'll get, like, they'll get really wonderful and spectacular agate banding. That one, not necessarily as much, but, you know, what is this? Is this a petwood or, like, what is this even? I don't even know. It's wonderful, whatever it is, and I love it. That's all that really counts in rock hounding, right? Is if you like it, you keep it until you have no more room to keep it. Here's another kind of just a goofball. Red and black, but it's got this like weird little sheet of mineral in the cleavage. These wonderful little guys, little like agates with, I don't know, they just, to me, they look aquatic. They look like corals and, you know, things. Well, for real, Bear. Aw, see, what wonderful little things. I'm so lucky. And last but not least, speaking of opal, is I do find some common opal out here once in a while. Certainly nothing like we, you know, all went and found at the Spencer, but I find some of this with the, you know, kind of pale yellow and the white and the mustard green or olive green. We find a lot of that out here too. But a lot of the white and clear. And this is an especially rare situation here. I've hunted for a long time and never found another blue piece out here. So, blue, yellow, almost black and gray in there. It's so pretty. Like, that ain't bad for a prairie girl out here on the prairie. I know it's no, you know, it's no award winner. None of my rocks really are, right? But I'm so glad that like I'm not in a place where it's just one or two kinds or just one or two kinds of fossils or two or three kinds of rocks or like I really feel like I've just got such a variety out here that even though they're not the biggest, even though they're not the best, they're not the brightest, like the opportunity is there to find such a variety. Hey there, James and Kid. Such a variety. And Meg, oh my goodness. All the cool kids are here today, you guys. So whether it's weirdos or, you know, the wonderful, I get to find some of it out here in some way, shape, or form. And then get to come and share it with you guys. Like, it just, you don't get any luckier than that in life, do you? Like, how do you not take a minute and say, wow, like I got nothing to be grouchy or grumpy about, even if the weather's gonna get cold or the wind's gonna blow. And it did start howling last night, and it is getting a little chilly. We can't, by the way, that's another thing I'm really grateful for right now. I'm really super thankful for right now. It's been an incredibly mild winter so far. Like, so far. And so, like, yay for that. It's a gorgeous day outside today right now. Absolutely beautiful. You know, we're not plugging our vehicles in. We're not shoveling 8 feet of snow. We're not feeding the fire every 10 seconds. We're not leaving cupboard doors open at night and faucets running, you know, to keep the pipes from freezing. It's been a really nice winter so far. So, yeah, it isn't hard for me to put myself in a pleasant place of mind. And to, you know, to, if I had to rest the rest of the winter with the mindset that I'm in, I think I'd be a-okay with that. And I hope that you guys can say the same for the most part. Like I say, there's obviously stuff out there that rocks our boats. There's stuff you can't control. Like, I'm sure Julie's got, you know, just a little bit of anxiety and stuff going on today when her kid tried to KO himself with the kitchen sharp thing. I'm sure that, you know, she'd much rather be at home just hugging a mug and watching the program, but instead she's in the ER getting, you know, a fat bill and a handful of stitches. We are thankful. Again, it's not hard for me to find that, you know, grateful thing. Like, we're thankful he's okay. You know, even though clumsy runs in the family, you guys have managed to make it this long. You'll be, I think, be okay. So, to kind of wrap things up today, I worked on some stuff that I finished. So, that being the finish part of today's, you know, theme of things. And then the follow through. If you guys would like to watch the live of the kids doing robot stuff this Saturday, I invite you to do that. Oh, by the way, A Heart for Rocks is sneaking up fast. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you haven't done your Heart for Rocks stuff, that's coming up way fast. Just a quick reminder there. Also a reminder that there's always awesome stuff going on over at the Discord. And again, this month is swinging by fast. Thanksgiving will be here so soon. Don't forget, you know, don't forget to work on some of that stuff when you're trying to rest your eye or take some downtime or, you know, take a step away from the screen. If your rocks are crying and you wake up in the middle of the night and, you know, maybe you could work on your Heart for Rocks project, Karen, or anyone else. So, yeah, this is the mascot for today, you know, our smiling rock. You know, hopefully he makes you smile. Hopefully this community makes you smile. Hopefully your rocks make you smile. And, yeah, hopefully you can, if the snow has blanketed you already, or if it has not yet, hopefully you can smile through the rest of the winter, just like this guy's doing right now. He's happy to see you. Are you happy to see him? So, oh, editing. I know, Ma. I know. I do know. I do. See, yeah, and that's the thing of it is, like, I'll go full tilt and I'll be like editing while I'm taking a bath. And I'm like, seriously? A normal person takes 5 minutes to themselves, you know? A normal person takes a bath and enjoys the bath, not sits in there and like, I'm washing my body while I'm editing. Yay, look at me doing 2 things at once. Oh, you learn as you go, Ma. You really do. And if only somebody could just teach that, you know, here's all of the information from my brain to yours, you know, if only you could do the same, you know, here, Allison, here's everything I know about jewelry making and stuff. But if you didn't learn as you go, you wouldn't develop your own style and technique and all of that too. So yeah, I accidentally super glued a piece of paper towel to the tip of my finger while I was doing this. Was Brian and Julie's live, right? When I accidentally glued I had extra glue and I like wiped it off and then was trying to like deal with the glue, the cap and the thing and the paper towel and everything. And then pretty soon I had glue on my fingers and a piece of paper towel between, which was like fully locking my fingers together. It was like, I don't know if it would have actually been worse to have been skin to skin locked, because then I might have had to peel my skin, but I peeled the paper towel apart and it was horrible. Like, I should not be allowed to play with super glue. That and sharp things, I shouldn't be allowed to do that either. Ah, that's good advice, Chubby Hubby. He says Clipchamp is one of the less frustrating ones. Again, I use CapCut, but I have never tried anything really else, so I don't know if anything else is easier to use or harder to use. It's just what I've gotten used to using. So it works for me and I continue to use it. Like I've used it enough now that I kind of know where I like my volumes set and where I like, my background music to be. Like, trust me, I had to put out some like blasting ass, unbalanced background music videos to figure out where that needs to be in that program. So, thank you guys for taking one for the team as I learned how to use my editing program, and I'm still learning how to use it, Sometimes I try new stuff and it's a total flop. Sometimes it's a total win. Hey, son. Trevin?
What?
Hey, the power is scheduled to go out today at 3.
Okay.
For some maintenance or something. Will you please build us a big fat pot of coffee so we don't have to go coffeeless?
Okay, I'm building one right now.
Perfect. And then
I'll build another one right before 3.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then also, if you need to like download anything or so you have some entertainment, I was kind of thinking maybe we should, since it's still so daggone nice out, run a big bucket of hot cleaning water, and can you help me pull these windows out and wash them and put them back in?
Yeah, maybe.
So I don't have to look.
It's not so good. Like so it's 40 degrees out.
It's 40 degrees out. Can you believe that?
Well, 2 days ago it was like 55 degrees.
I know, but it could be 50 below.
That was really nice.
Yeah, right? So maybe something like that if you've got a minute to help me out. Or we could do that damn cupboard.
Yeah, we can do the damn cupboard.
While the power's out. And we'd like jam out to some downloaded music or something.
Yeah, I'll see about that.
Okay, but yeah, just be heads up and be aware your brother got a notification. I don't know if that's legit or if someone's just trolling him. But if the power goes out at 3 and is out for an hour or possibly 2, prepare for that. So, okay, I'm sorry about that interruption there, guys. I had to kind of have a family meeting. Melt stuff to my tablecloth with acetone on accident. I have a gallon of muriatic acid, which who in the heck actually needs a gallon of that? Maybe if, I don't know, really, seriously, who needs a gallon of that? I have it, though. I've had it for a long time, and I put it all over the place, and I still have a gallon of it. The weird things, like, required, like, the weird rock paraphernalia required, like, I accidentally sat on my ring mandrel the other night. I left it laying on the couch, and then accidentally, like, that's a freaking hazard. Oh, that's right. There's one more thing that I did finish. Speaking of my ring mandrel, I didn't sit on the plastic when I sat on the metal one. Like, thank gosh it didn't penetrate me. It didn't. It just kind of went alongside my leg. Thank goodness. But I also did this cute little ring. Oops. Let's see if I can throw it around or drop it or something. Let's see. Let me go grab the other mandrel so we can size it real quick. Because I don't remember. Okay, oh, that coffee smells wonderful, son. Way to be awesome. I love you. My oldest son is home, by the way, you guys. Like, I don't think he'll be here for Turkey Day, but he is here for a second. So it's running between a 6.5 and a 7. And again, that's a little piece of Spencer Opal. And it really doesn't have a lot of color play to talk about. but it's a hot little piece. It's a good idea, Chubby Hubby. Fingers are all fat because it's hot in here. Fit on my finger the other day when it was freezing in here. But yeah, just trying new things. It's funny because I was aware when I was doing this work while I'm trying to rest my eyes that there was one time when I must have been in my 20s. I worked at a casino. I was a casino floor runner, attendant, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of what I did was computer stuff. So not just, customer service, taking care of my, my customers and hosting and all of that, but a lot of it is like keeping track of what machine they're playing and all of that stuff so that they can earn points in the players club and so the moral of the story though is that I was at home in my time off doing some wire wrapping, and when you get going with some wire wrapping, sometimes you've got long ends that are sticking out and they're kind of here, there, and everywhere. And you might have one going this way and one going that way. And I'd grabbed one of those wires and bent it to send it on its next round through. And it came around and stabbed me right in the eye. And that did hurt. That did cause problems. And so I was really careful. Like, of course, right now I'm wearing my glasses. So I do have a little bit of, proper safety F and eye protection, Mr. Chubby Hubby. But yeah, that was actually horrible because just trying to drive to work, and it wasn't a far drive. It was just a few blocks. Just trying to look at the computer screen, even if we dimmed it down, any kind of bright light. And casinos are full of bright, flashing, gosh dang lights. But any kind of light, and especially driving to work in the bright light, oh my God, my eye would water so hard and my nose would run and everything was running and watering and it was doing it so hard that like my eye didn't even want to stay open. I'm literally trying to drive down the road, holding my eyes open while it's just pouring snot and tears down my face to get to work. Just to wear an eye patch. I had to wear an eye patch at work. And try to not talk like a pirate all day. You're welcome. Good luck to be with thee, Yeah, it was horrible. And that actually hurt for quite a few days and took a while to heal up the wire wrapping eye injury. So be careful out there. Be careful out there. Take care of you. Try not to glue your crap together. Try not to sit on your mandrel. Try not to poke your eye out. Try not to light yourself on fire. Try not to gas yourself with your troll pickle juice. Why, thanks, Ryan. So, yeah, I've been busy. And I like it like that, I really, really do. So, yeah, don't grind off your fingernails or your fingerprints unless you're trying to. I mean, we all have the means to grind our fingerprints off now. Let's not do nefarious things. Oh, so totally, Bear, for sure. And I wasn't driving to the hospital. I was just trying to drive to work and back because I didn't think I needed hospital attention. But if you needed a hospital, like seriously, like do you phone a wee woo, a wambulance, or do you phone a friend, or do you just like man up and rub some dirt in it, try to walk it off? Oh, fire can be fun as long as you're not that is flaming. Yes, for sure. So yeah, we got a little, you know, tumbling and polishing done. Over here, I had, Ryan, I was all, you know, tooting my horn. I'm speaking about the follow through in this video, and then I'm failing to follow through. But I have reasons. So, I was talking last week about how excited I am to reload the barrel and get everything going, and to put some of the pieces that Ryan and Caleb sent into the tumbler. And I do have a few of those pieces in there, and the tumbler should be getting ready to go here real soon. The reason why it isn't is because my kid surprised me and came home, and it's too cold to run this outside. And I've been running it in his bedroom instead of outside. And so since he's home right now, that put a little delay on the shake a progress. But as soon as the room is back into a vacant mode, we'll get that going again. So no big deal. It's that, and that's another good reason why it's always a good thing to have, you know, just a couple of irons in the fire instead of just one or two, is because I can pivot gears, and that doesn't put me behind schedule or anything. Like, I can just go cut some more, well, you know, and that doesn't bother him in his bedroom at all at night. So I can go cut some more. I can go do some more jewelry making, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, one more time, I tried to recap this up just a minute ago, and I got lost again on some kind of, you guys are awesome and let's chat about it. So robots competition coming up on Saturday. You're invited to watch. Keep your eyes peeled, or check that link and see if you can find it. They do play it on YouTube, and it's a weird link because it's an educational thing. It's different and it's odd. And it's kind of slow. Like, they'll do like heats, you know, heat 1, and then they'll take a little bit of a break, and they may run some like kind of, you know, robots ads sort of stuff, and then they'll come back and do heat 2. And so it is definitely like an all day thing, and it's kind of at a slower pace. But yeah, pop on in if you get a chance, and take a peek at their robot and how they're doing. Again, it's just a preliminary thing, and hopefully if they're having issues, now's the time to figure that out and go address it before competition gets real stiff and serious. What else? Heart for Rocks is coming up. Don't forget the stuff going on over at the Discord. And today is happy birthday, Rufo. Congratulations on another successful trip around the burning ball of fire in the sky. And I think that sums it up for this week. I think that's everything and everyone and every stuff I wanted to talk about. I think. I've got some other weirdo slabs pulled out aside here. Today we looked at a lot of stuff that I found, except, you know, the face of the channel today was a Brian and Julie piece. I do have some weirdos that I'm thinking about making a quick video about. So we'll see. If not, then that'll be what we look at on the live next week. So we'll see. Again, as I'm just trying to kind of remind myself to take care of me, and take a little bit of a step back from how much screen time I'm doing, and try to focus my time on stuff like this. So again, not that you have to take it, think about it, give it any residency in your brain whatsoever, or any of that, but I liked the idea. You know, the mood you have now may be the mood that you are, you know, you spend the winter with. So choose wisely. What's your mood going to be today? And I loved that. Like I say, there's always stuff that rocks our boat and doesn't go as planned, but you know, at the end of the day, if you can crack a joke about it, if you've got somebody to hug and love, if you've got a community that you can lean on for support and all of that, then it really isn't that bad. I'm probably going to be okay. So That's what I've got for today. The finished product and the follow through. We're going to follow through with checking in on that kid and his robot. We're going to follow through with heading on over to Rufo's and wishing him a happy birthday. Checking out Kate and her thing going on at the end of the month. Don't forget that. Supporting each other over on the Discord. Checking out all of the cool things. Oh, by the way, I did not and was not able to reply to every post and picture of the Northern Lights that was on the Discord. But that was an incredible collection of people who saw the lights and what they saw from their perspective over on the Discord. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And thank you everyone who shared your pictures and your perspective over there for us all to check out. That was really cool. Oh, yeah, Brian, for sure. And same goes. Any of you guys, really, Yeah, yeah. I love that we have a great community here. And we have not only a great community here, but really smart people here, really witty people here, and actually really comical people as well. And it's great because sometimes people can be very smart, but their sense of humor lacks luster, right? Or vice versa, and they're really humorous, but their street smarts are kind of minus, and we've got actually a really great combination of people here who are a really great combination of those things. Like, you can read the humor, you can get the humor, you don't take offense to the humor, you take it, you dish it back. We all really do get along, like, half brothers and sisters or distant cousins that we grew up with. It's like we've known each other all our lives and can really, I think that's a deeper thing. That's a more powerful thing than just, maybe like short format content on TikTok or something where you don't really get to know each other. You get 30 or 60 seconds to send a message, but you don't really get to know that creator in 30 or 60 seconds. And, by us all hanging out together in these, we could call them meetings, in these meetings, these Rock Hounders Anonymous meetings. We meet Wednesdays here with me, Fridays with Karen, Saturdays and with Kyle, and other times with Brian and Julie, and we're gonna meet later today with Rufo. It's almost like rock hounding AA meetings. We get to build more than just a platform. We get to build a community with each other. So I love it. And I'm very thankful for it as we head into this Thanksgiving season. So it's great to have you guys here, and I look forward to doing this all the time. Even if he has to be the face of the rock for the day because I'm taking an eye break, I still so look forward to getting to be with you guys. So thanks to everyone who was able to make it today, whether you were here to stay or whether you lurked or whether you popped in and out. Don't forget, and maybe, let's see, yep, Rufo shared the stream, Rufo's thing there. Don't forget to pop on over and say happy birthday to Rufo. I'll hopefully be in and out. Hopefully I'll still get some Wi-Fi on my cell phone, even though I don't have power or anything over here, and hopefully get to pop in and out. But it sounds like we're going to have a planned power outage here in about an hour and 15. So I think that's right about when Rufo planned on starting. So, but he did say, I think, and I don't let me talk for you, Rufo. I think he said he plans on going for quite a while, like hanging out today. Like, let's all hang out today. So we're just doing some stuff and some things. I love it. I love it. We got agate buddies. We got agate face buddies. Do we, Bear? That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's super happy to join the collection and to say hi to everyone today. I'm super happy. Like, literally, I look like that, even though you guys can't see my face right now. I really do. So, you guys can probably even hear it in my voice. I'm absolutely grinning ear to ear right now as I cheers and salutations our way on out of here for the day. But yeah, anyway, that went a little longer. I thought we were gonna, like, you know, power train on through here, and we hung out and visited and stuff. I loved it. I love it always. It's always a great time. Cheers, you guys. All right, I'm gonna go prep for this power outage, whether it happens or not, and hopefully I get to see you guys here, there, and everywhere for more Rockhounders meetings. All right, we'll sing this song. Pretty rocks out on the prairie, pretty rocks are everywhere, pretty rocks for us to look at, pretty rocks are everywhere. There's a pink one and a green one and a blue one and a yellow one, and they all are very pretty, and they all are everywhere. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, watching today, laughing and sharing it all. And we'll see you again soon. And in a world where you can choose to be anything, choose to be kind of a rockhound. Don't forget to boop the button. And peace, hippies. We'll see you again soon. Be kind, rockhounds.